For more on this, let's bring in retired Lieutenant Colonel Darren Gaub. He is the co-founder and executive director of Restore Liberty. The Russians are attacking civilian targets every single night now, launching wave after wave of drones and missiles. And I don't know, it just seems like the world is kind of collectively yawning. It's no wonder that Volodymyr Zelensky wants to try to get some kind of a peace agreement in place. The Russians don't seem inclined to go along with it, though, Colonel Gaub.
Yeah, they sure don't. I mean, and historically, this is a lot like World War I, trench warfare. Nobody's moved really much for 18 months or so. So ultimately, it comes down to the fact that Putin has made it so he cannot be dictated to very easily on many fronts as a precursor to before he even started this war. Economics, military, all the above. So it's no surprise that he wants to keep going until they achieve their goals or commitments in that would help them achieve the same thing, such as recognition of Crimea owning the land that they sit on already that used to be Ukrainian, and having Ukraine not be part of NATO. Zelensky just looks like his nation. It's a tired person right there that you saw on screen, who I think is ready to come to the table and is willing to potentially make some concessions to end this, because no one seems to be going anywhere right now, except people just continue to die.
But the United States is offering Patriot missile batteries and some longer range weapons that could reach into, reach deeper into Russia. Is that only going to make Putin angry, or is it potentially going to turn the corner in this war?
I don't think it's going necessarily to create something that's bigger than it is right now already. And so, no, he's not going to be happy with that for sure. Trump is probably thinking of this purely as a negotiating tactic to say, hey, Putin, you need to come to the table, or I'm going to turn the tables back on you and fully arm Ukraine to the best of our ability through our NATO partners. Whether that remains to be seen or not, don't know. But even Putin the Russian economy is sitting on the edge a little bit right now, too, having been focused purely on a wartime economy for so long that cannot be maintained. He needs access to Western energy sales, for example, if that's something that he tries to put on the table.
Yeah, it appears that President Trump has gotten very frustrated with Vladimir Putin. Here's what the president had to say on Tuesday.
Should Zelensky target Moscow? Should Zelensky target Moscow, sir? Should Zelensky target Moscow or deeper into Russia?
No, he shouldn't target Moscow.
Is that why you gave him more weapons, though?
No, we're not looking to do that.
So he says we're not looking to target Moscow, but there are some long-range weapons that are going to be delivered to the Ukrainians.
Yeah, and I don't think that that's necessarily a contradiction. Those long-range weapons can be used in many places other than against Moscow. There wouldn't be a whole lot of value to doing that other than to actually making Putin even angrier and want him to keep going rather than come to the peace table. Things like Patriot missiles, more of the defensive in nature. And that's part of the intent. Artillery shells, clearly not very long range, but they certainly could have an impact on the battlefield. Hopefully this comes down to just enough of a message to help bring Putin to the table, but not so much of a message that Putin says, I'm just going to keep going because it seems like you guys want this war to continue. That's what we need to do, is make sure that everything that we do is about bringing this to a conclusion in any way we can.
The Ukrainians have done amazing things with drones. Volodymyr Zelensky says he could sell some to the United States, and it would be a good thing for both sides. Listen.
Ukraine can sell to
हाय दोस्तों। बरखा पड़ रही है, बरखा बरखा बरखा।